was wondering if you guys could share any stories about Debbie Reynolds.
She was so very much like Aggie in real life. She feisty, hilarious,
Potty
body,
mouth.
potty mouth.
We love that about her.
And just did everything that she could to help everybody around her shine as brightly as they could. She tried to move ladders for crew.
Yeah.
She just was the ultimate best grandma in the whole wide world, and it was not only the biggest honor to get to share projects with her, but to get to know her and become her friend, because she was just incredible.
It's so much fun because we do Comic-Cons, but we don't always get to do them together.
That's true.
And this situation over here, come on. Come on.
The ultimate revenge.
Do you remember? Do you remember when you were first started to date Daniel, and she called me and she said, "So I'm dating someone. You know him?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Who?" And she said, "Cal." And I went, "Uh-huh." And she went, "Young Cal?" And I went, "I know him?" It was totally out of context. And she went, "Young Calabar." And I went, "Oh, Daniel Kountz?" And
That's right.
that do you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
That was like my fun thing to surprise the cast members with when we'd run into them, because I did the same thing with J. Paul too. I was like, "Oh, by the way,
I'm dating
guess who
someone.
I'm dating." Yeah.
It was
They all got
so
a kick out of it.
sweet.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so awesome. But I wanted to ask, because like you mentioned, you don't always get to do conventions with the three of y'all. So what is your favorite thing about being reunited at conventions?
I think it's just a chance to hang out and catch up and see each other in person. Because this one, we don't live in the same state anymore. We would hang out more often when we lived in the same place.
Yes,
But then she had to go and leave. And
It was fun because when she was an adult, we could start drinking together. And that was important.
that was enjoyable.
Oh, gosh. I love her because I genuinely love her and have always genuinely loved her, and we've stayed in touch. And so we text, and we'll get in. We don't talk on the phone as much, but we do talk. And so when I actually can pull her into a bear hug, because look at her.
She gives the best bear hugs too.
She grew up so she was adorable, but now she's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. You think about it. I mean, we've known each other 25 years now.
I know,
she's
that's
known me
nuts.
since I was 13, so she's watched me grow up, and now
Yeah.
I'm older than 13 now, and yeah, so
Barely.
just a little
She's 26.
Yeah. That's
And then you show back up.
I know, right? Like just out of nowhere.
I love that.
Years and years later, it's like, hey, what's going on? How you
I know,
doing?
'cause it's like when somebody in the family marries. No, that's gonna come out wrong.
good. Yeah,
Someone
think
in
about
the
that one
family,
first.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like no.
When a Hatfield
but a
marries a
friend of the
McCoy.
family, yeah, no, it's good. It's super good.
Well, since obviously this is our inaugural Nightmare Weekend, I figured what better thing to do than we can talk about all things Halloween. So obviously we got a couple more weeks, but I want to know, do you guys have any traditions or things that you guys do every year, things that you look forward to celebrate? Because I heard something about costumes that you guys like to do. Or
Yeah, you guys are good at that.
Well, we've enjoyed dressing up over the years, especially now that we have our dog Luna, who
What a silly dog. What a sweet, silly dog.
she will wear anything I put on her, so she's a good sport. We were Mario and Peach and Yoshi last year.
Skeletons, like old skeleton outfits another year. I think Luna has like 10 costumes.
She does.
great, yeah.
It's half of the one of the many Halloween buckets in our garage. I have to eat candy corn every year. I'm sorry, I'm team candy corn. Okay. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't understand
Thank
you
you.
people.
It's delicious.
We
don't
love
like
you
candy corn?
anyway.
Or you do? You do?
No.
See, he doesn't either. What is
I
you
don't
guys?
understand because it doesn't taste like candy or
It
corn.
tastes like candy corn. It's
She
delicious.
Instacarted
It's kind
candy
of-
corn
I
the other
feel
day
like-
to to our house.
You know
I
how
did.
like you ate
That was
stuff
also
when you were little and then they changed the recipe and it doesn't quite taste the same? Candy corn might have been sort of good, but it tastes like wax.
That's it. I
Like
guess
sweet wax.
delicious though.
You love it?
I
Do you
do.
like Peeps?
They're okay. I don't like Peeps as much. They're
Yeah.
okay. Maybe
I
You
it's
guys
can-
like
I can do a
candy
peep.
corn? You guys like? Yeah.
Are you candy
A
corn?
lot of
Thank
candy
you.
corn people.
Thank you.
yeah.
Are you candy corn people also white chocolate people?
See, I'm a big dark chocolate fiend. So
See, I don't
it's-
get it's not chocolate. Doesn't taste like chocolate, doesn't look like chocolate.
Oh, white chocolate, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
understand
not
that.
actually chocolate. It's lying. It is.
It's faux chocolate.
It's faux chocolate.
And then I have to light all the pumpkin candles. You know, pumpkin spice. I am that girl.
What's your
That's it.
favorite pumpkin spice thing to eat?
Ooh.
Like I know you probably
Well,
don't eat it anymore.
My
but-
mom has made great pumpkin bread since we were kids, and that's like
Yum.
a traditional. She makes that every year,
Yum.
and it's just that's like the fall feel. Like that's my favorite. Yeah, for sure.
I'm wearing a sweater
Sweater weather.
because it's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
And I was like, I think it's dipping down. It might be.
Oh, I'm wearing sweaters,
69.
hoodies in LA just to try to, because LA's still, 80, 90 degrees. I'm wearing them around LA just hoping that,
Right,
Mother Nature
please,
sees me and goes,
please.
oh, I should drop down to 60s. Hasn't worked yet, but I'm trying.
Well, that's why it's so nice to be here this weekend because I think it's supposed to get down to the
Yes.
50s at night. so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good weather.
Thank you, guys. Woo for the
Sweater weather.
50s. We appreciate it.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
Oh my God.
Since you mentioned like pumpkin spice, have you guys seen like these new pumpkin spice things that they're trying to come up with every year? Like this year, there's like pumpkin spice deodorant.
No.
Do we need
No,
this?
thank you.
Is this
No.
like
We don't need that.
what are
No.
what's happening here?
Is there cinnamon in my armpit now? That's my question.
I would assume
Nutmeg,
so.
like I don't need those things.
It's probably an antiviral,
Okay, all right, all right.
antibacterial.
Good for you,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
There you go.
Keeps you healthy.
Sprinkle. I like, what is it? Nutmeg. What do they call it? Pumpkin pie spice, where they mix the nutmeg, the clove, and the cinnamon under my arm.
Just for you.
Right, and throughout the day, it warms up and you smell really good. It's like a potpourri candle.
Yes. Love it.
I don't know if we need it in deodorant. Though.
No.
That's-
I
that's
don't
a
think
pass.
we
We're
do.
good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so obviously Halloween being the best holiday, what other holidays do you like, and is it Arbor Day?
Trees are important too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Arbor Day. I do.
I give to the
love
Arbor
the
Day
trees.
Society.
You do?
I do.
Oh my goodness. We have a real member here, you guys.
Hi. They sent me trees.
They sent you trees?
Yeah, I gave them a good donation.
Oh, that's cool.
All the trees died.
Oh.
You had to actually be proactive.
You had to like water them.
Plant them in a timely fashion.
Okay.
So I'm a terrible member.
What other well, I mean, Christmas is probably probably my ultimate favorite holiday. Mm-hmm. Halloween is obviously a very, very close second, but I do love
I gotta say, I
like
love
the holidays.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's awesome.
There's not a lot attached to it. I mean, there's a lot, but you don't have to buy gifts. And I love giving gifts. I don't like being made to buy gifts. Like if I see something in January, I'm gonna buy it for you. But the whole I'm trying to undo all that and just have it be about food and people and all that kind of stuff. So Thanksgiving, food, people.
Sounds perfect.
Parade.
Yeah.
Food. Well, I was born on Boss's Day, so I'm always like, oh, October 16th is my birthday, but also Boss's Day. Okay, that's a good holiday.
You're October 16th.
His birthday's on Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost his
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Daniel.
Thank you.
Libra.
And to all the bosses out there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you're boss.
It's right.
Boss's Day. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Good to know. So we're learning so much. We'll have to sing before the end of the panel. Is that okay?
Yes.
Can we,
Yes.
can we do
Let's
that?
say that
We're
would be
gonna need a
awesome.
cake too.
Oh, I wish we had a cake. Okay. Next one. Okay, so I was wondering if you guys could share any stories about Debbie Reynolds. Is that something are we allowed to?
My God, we love talking about Debbie
Yeah.
Reynolds. She was so very much like Aggie in real life.
Yep.
She feisty, hilarious,
Potty
body,
mouth.
potty mouth.
We love that about her.
And just did everything that she could to help everybody around her shine as brightly as they could. She tried to move ladders for crew.
Yeah.
She just was the ultimate best grandma in the whole wide world, and it was not only the biggest honor to get to share projects with her, but to get to know her and become her friend, because she was just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she taught me more about how to be an actor in this industry. It kind of crept up on me, like I didn't even realize that she was teaching me. And it was because she was so amazing in the way that she jumped in the way that she didn't have a big ego at all. And it was just like, I want to be like her. I want to do it the way that she's doing it. And one of the things I think that she really taught us as well was that fans, like without fans, I've told this story before, but she would travel with headshots, which I thought was hilarious. And she's an icon. Of course she does. People everywhere she goes, they wanted an autograph. So she was smart. She always had a picture. And we would have to do this walk. It was when we were in St. Helens, Oregon, and we would walk from the trailers to the center of town, and there would be people there and extras and different folks, and they would want to stop and take a picture with her or just say hi to her. And at one point, they're trying to get us on set. Come on, go. And I just looked at her and I said, you would pose with a coat hanger. And she looked at me and she got really serious and she said, Judith, if you don't have fans, you don't have a career. And the way that she said it, she meant it. Like, it was a little bit of a scolding. It was a little bit of here comes a truth bomb, and it landed. And she was absolutely right, because we're only here because of you guys. And she really understood that, because she'd had such a long and storied and amazing career, and she got it. And I think she taught that to all of us.
Yeah, I used to just see the groups of fans that would gather to say hi to her, and I also felt it too. I saw some of her variety show a couple of times after we worked together, and she would just come out, and the audience, I mean, the cheers and the admiration for this legend. But it was so, I think over the years I realized how much I learned from her also, just indirectly, and just what a gift it was to be able to entertain people and make them happy, and she understood that and just genuinely loved to make people happy, and that always stuck with me too.
And she didn't have any artifice. Like, she was not like, sometimes you work with actors and there's a lot of stuff around it, and which is fine. It's just how they roll. But she didn't have any of that. Do you remember how she introduced herself to us the first time? Like, that day on set. So we're shooting in the kitchen. It's the day Aggie's come to the house and everything. And she walks on. I hadn't met her except for that moment. And she comes in and she sweeps into the kitchen, because Debbie would sweep into rooms. And she said, hello, everyone. I am Princess Leia's mother. And it was like, you're Debbie, I'm thinking, you're Debbie Reynolds, man. But she was self-deprecating, and she didn't have any of this stuff around it, which I think is really a beautiful way to be in this crazy business where it can, pollute your head, brain, all that kind of stuff. And she was just down to earth. And I know that I think that was one of the things that I loved about her so much. There was a lot to love.
Yeah.
There was a lot to love.
I remember when we were filming a scene with a bunch of extras, a big party scene, and we were filming late into the night, and people started getting tired because when you're on set for hours and hours and hours, you get tired. And so the energy needed to be brought up. So Debbie just walked out into where all of the extras were and started singing and dancing and telling jokes. I mean, the woman was 68 years old at the time, and she's dancing around like she was 15 and cracking jokes and bringing all the energy up. And then she looks over at me and she's like, okay, we're ready now. And then like we started filming. It was just the coolest thing just to see her go, this is what we need right now. And just to go in and just do it. It's so much fun.
Oh, man. Was she singing in the rain or just regular singing and dancing? Oh,
What an ultimate movie. Just, I watched it. I've seen it a few times, but I watched it again one night in my trailer filming another movie doing night shoots. And I just sat there and watched it and got kind of emotional at the end of it because I was like, I can't believe that, I got to spend any time with this woman and just get to know her and just what an amazing talent and everything. It's just that movie is just
She used to
just
tell
incredible.
stories about that.
Yeah.
He made her feet bleed. She was, and not to be like a cruel man, but she was 16 years old. And he wanted her at the top of her game, and he just ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it. And I think it helped her work ethic. But I have my copy signed by
too.
Debbie
I
Reynolds.
do too.
It's such a cool thing.
I was going to say, not only does she have this like wonderful legacy for all the films that she's given us, but most importantly, hearing that she was kind.
Oh,
like,
God.
what's a better
Infinitely
legacy
kind.
than that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
As good as you think she is, she was better.
love it. Okay, so Daniel, I wanted to ask, without you being specific whatsoever, what goes into the mentality of playing a bad guy?
Oh, good question. Good. People, when they see a bad guy, they're like, well, yeah, he or she's a bad guy on screen. Why are they doing what they're doing? But when you play a bad guy, all bad guys, they're the hero of their own story. They have their reasons for what they're doing. They're not just like, ha ha ha, I'm evil. They have a reason for it. They have their needs, their wants, their goals, their desires. So you just really have to focus in on that and realize they're people too, because there are bad people in the world that don't think they're bad people. They think that they're right at whatever they're doing. They think they're right. So you just kind of have to come from that mind frame and not judge your character. As an actor, it's hard to not judge your character sometimes because some characters you play aren't really the best people in the world. But you have to kind of suspend your disbelief, is what they say, and just really know that you're a real person going after what you feel you deserve.
Right. And is it fun for you to be the bad guy?
Yes, it is. It is. You get to feel and say and do things that you don't get to do in real life. So there is a freedom. There's a definite freedom in that because no matter how bad you are, you're supposed to be.
Right.
So it's okay. And then they say cut, and then you're like, woo, man, I felt real bad on that one. They're like, well, it was great. It was great. I'm like, okay, cool, good, we're good.
Amazing. All right, I got some more Halloween questions for you guys. Okay, do you guys ever visit any spooky or haunted places? And have you guys ever had an experience maybe with ghosts or the paranormal?
Yep. Yes, I have. Actually, there was somebody, I don't know if she's here, there's somebody locally who has a ghost tour. And she came up to my table and I said, so are there many haunted places here? And she said, oh, you have no idea. Mm-hmm. And she actually showed me a couple of pictures that she has of ghosts. I had an experience, and I've had several, but one was in Newburyport, Massachusetts, which is an old whaling town. Oh, somebody who knows Newburyport.
Oh.
Get out, Newburyport. How are ya? Amesbury, yes. So I had a friend who lived in this super haunted house, and it was getting weird. something turned her over in the night. She's like, I'm out. And she said, can I come stay with you? And I was still living at home at the time. And I was like, of course, you can come stay with me. She said, but I've got to go back and get my bag. So I said, I'll go with you and we'll pack a bag for you. And it was the kind of house, it was very old, and it had a front staircase and a back staircase. I guess they used to call it the servant staircase. And so we came in the back door into the kitchen. We went upstairs. We went into her bedroom. Yes, there were flickering lights. It just felt funny up there. And she showed me this top that she had made. She was a mime, okay? Don't judge her for that. But she was a mime. And she wasn't going to be miming while she was at my house. So she showed me the top, put it back on the bed. Walked through the house, to the front of the house, down the steps, through the living room, back into the kitchen. And there's the top on the table. Nobody was home. We looked at each other and was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here now. And she'd left her gloves upstairs, and I refused to go up there and get the gloves. And to this day, I feel bad about it.
And
I
they're
should have gone
still
up. I
there.
should have just sucked it up, and they're still there. And anyway, so yeah. Nuts. Nuts, nuts.
What about y'all? Any?
I can't say I've had anything too similar. I do feel like I've been at home with some different flickering lights and stuff before that I thought, okay, this has got to be something than just, electricity trying to figure itself out. But I haven't, I think that I haven't had anything beyond that, I think.
When I was in high school, I went with my drama group to Southern Oregon in Ashland, where they have a Shakespeare festival. So we went to see some plays and stuff. But we stayed at this hotel, the Mark Anthony Hotel, which was supposedly haunted. I'm like, okay, we're high school kids. Yeah, fine, haunted. And we were up in the room one night, and we were looking out the window, just doing some stuff, me and a couple of my friends, and we heard like this thing, and like, what is that? And I swear to whoever, I look over, and there was a penny in the air that was spinning, and that was the noise you could hear, and it flung and hit me in the head. And we were like, what? So we ran. Yeah, we ran out. Like, I don't know how it happened, but it did. Got in the elevator, and we're like, that is the craziest thing. We went down 2 floors. The elevator opened up. Nobody was there. And then the elevator went poof, as if somebody, like, stepped on the elevator. And then it shut, and we were like, oh, my God. So I'll never forget that. But it was the craziest thing. So I think the Mark Anthony Hotel might be haunted.
No kidding.
Yeah, I think that would be a safe.
Totally
thing
freaked
to-
out if that happened to me.
Yeah.
Totally freaked out.
Just something like that, I guess.
Just a little floating penny.
Just a
or-
little,
It-
just a penny.
It wasn't a contest, but you fully won.
And I was also going to say, there's like in theater, there's a lot of like interesting superstitions that come with that too. Like
Right.
ghost lights. You can't whistle, sweep in the
You can't
floor,
say
like-
Hamlet.
You try to get. We used to.
Backers.
I started on Broadway when I was young, and
Yes, she did. She was so
I was in Les Mis on Broadway when I was 8, and one of the things that the kids and I would try to do is you try to you look in the mirror and try to call Bloody Mary. That was the whole tradition, and then
Right.
somebody brought in a Ouija board one day, and
No.
we were trying to
no.
see, how many of those different superstitions we could, see if it would come true in the Broadway theater. But I can't say we had any success, but it was definitely fun trying. I don't know.
Were you Cosette?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
fun.
Cosette and Eponine. Yeah. Still
what
to
a-
this day, one of my absolute favorite musicals.
Yeah.
On the plane ride over here, I watched the movie of this panel that we are doing, and then I also watched some of the Les Mis movie, which was
It's the one the musical one.
yeah with
Yeah.
Russell. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It is a movie.
That was a good
It
one.
is a movie.
It is a movie
Can only, yeah,
that they
it's a
shot.
It's a movie that.
Okay, so if you guys could be any mythical creature for a day, what would you guys like to be? And obviously, like, you get all their powers and stuff too.
I'd like to be a dragon.
That was the first thing that came
Sorry,
to
I
my
took
mind
it.
was a
I
dragon.
took
Okay,
it.
so I can't be one. That's fine.
They're
You can
strong,
both be
They're
dragons.
powerful. They're super smart. They always have a really cool voice.
Right?
They can fly. Their skin's armor. They breathe fire. I mean, I don't know. That sounds pretty cool. to me.
Great choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind was a unicorn.
Dragons eat unicorns.
Unless they're in love with them.
That's true. That's true. Then they get married. I like that they can fly and that they're always so sparkly and full of joy. And my best friend's little girl is 7 now, and so she's also my little bestie. So I have lived in unicorn world for probably a good 5 years and learned all about them. And I was like, these unicorns are pretty cool. So
And I think it's the national symbol of Scotland, right? The unicorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course it
cool.
is.
Of course.
I think since Dragon was taken, I would be a mermaid.
Oh, that's a good one.
I would be a mermaid. A very sparkly mermaid.
You make a wonderful mermaid.
Yeah, you would be a good mermaid.
Great mermaid.
Who sometimes grew legs.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
But then lost your voice.
Right. But then moved to New York and hung out with Tom Hanks.
Wait, which movie? Oh, okay, no, mind.
Yep. How about, oh gosh, okay. A favorite Halloween song?
Oh.
Did your Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown have music in it? I can't. That was always my favorite. Growing up. Like that was like the thing that I watched. I'm gonna age myself now on TGIF Friday nights. Like that was how Halloween started for me. Like
What was that song? You creepy cunt. Oh God, what was it? When I was not the Addams Family. No, it was like, we're coming to take you away. Ha ha. We're coming to take you away. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That was a good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good choice. Daniel?
There's
I remember in grade school we learned, have you seen the ghost of John? Long white skin, or long white hair with the skin all gone. Ooh. So that one was pretty cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then a penny flew into his head. It was like just this crazy. You summoned it. You summoned it. This one's a little tough, and not to put you guys too much on the spot. Do you guys know any Halloween themed puns or jokes? I wrote down a couple today because I didn't want to just put you guys on the spot.
Wah, wah, wah. I don't think I know any. Help us out.
Yeah.
What are yours?
I got 2. These are really bad, so you guys can boo these. I didn't come up with them. What kind of underwear do mummies buy?
What kind?
Fruit of the tomb. Oh, that
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, here's another one. Why do vampires not want to be investment bankers?
Why?
Because they hate stakeholders. Yeah,
That's a good one. That's clever.
And
Try
they're
the
notoriously
steak.
bad with money.
Okay, so we got a couple minutes left. So before we do wrap it up, how about, let's see, what are you guys most looking forward to this weekend? Being at a convention, seeing all the incredible cosplay. What do you guys most look forward to?
It's just always so genuinely fun to meet everybody and share stories, see your awesome costumes, and just enjoy this time in the season. Like you really get to feel all the, the happy Halloween and the scarier Halloween. But it's just always so much fun to share in everybody's joy and energy and sharing good stories. And like you guys are the reason that we're up here still talking about these movies that we all met on 25 years ago, and it's so incredible and the biggest honor that you make the movies a part of your tradition and have grown up with us too. And it's just it's just a genuine joy just to get to spend time with everybody.
What she said. The other thing is, one of the things, meeting you guys is such a cool thing because I have to say that Halloweentown fans are awesome. All my Ninja Turtle fans, you're awesome too. But one of the things that I love is that I think the reason that these movies stick around for so long is that they did kind of touch the cultural landscape. There's something about them that it penetrated. And a lot of times, especially when it's movies from your childhood, there are certain events and things that happen. And so there's always at least a couple criers every weekend. And I always know that if somebody's crying, there's a story attached to it. It's not like random tears, and it's not like, oh, I'm so happy I'm meeting you, I'm crying. It has to do with something that the project that I was a part of touched them. And, you know, whether it was I used to watch this with my mom and she passed, and so this brings that up, or there's all kinds of stuff. And that to me is so lovely because, you know, we do what we do and it's a fun thing, but you know, when you get to be part of something that actually, and I know I sound so corny, but the older I get, the cornier I get.
This is true.
It's true, but it's like when you do something that actually, it's not just a movie, but it's something that meant something to them. It's nice. It's really nice, and I think it's why there's some longevity to the things that we've done and the different projects, and getting a chance to, I know for so many people being able to share that story with us is meaningful too, because it brings back that memory of that person. So I love that. Plus seeing the people I love. So.
Oh, I love the energy of everybody, like Kimberly was saying. The first con that I did, I'd never done the cons or been to the cons or anything. I noticed that there were people from all walks of life, like people that you wouldn't think would be like-minded people that are big, small, different colors. One looks like a pirate and one looks like a tugboat captain, and all these people have the same beautiful, excited energy to be there. And it's so amazing just to see this huge group of people that come from everywhere and different lives and different jobs that all have this like-minded just joy, like you were saying, of whatever the con is or their feelings about it. And it's infectious. I love it. I just love seeing everybody walk around just with just pure joy to be there. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and it's like, it really is this big, crazy, wild family, and no one's here to judge you. Everyone's just here to love you. Unless you're in the costume contest, then they are here to judge you. But that's what you signed up for.
Yeah,
You signed up for that.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys come to these, do you ever have the opportunity to like walk around and look at some of the artist stuff and buy stuff, or?
It depends. I always try to, but and that's always so much fun because there's so much amazing art and creativity and just, it's just incredible. I always try to, but it doesn't, it just always depends, but.
And I was going to say, because this weekend, there's actually tattoo artists at this convention.
That's a new thing.
Right, so let's say, after this panel, we're all going down to get tattoos. What would you guys get right now in this moment if you had to choose something?
Okay, I can't get one because my son is a tattoo artist. I have no tattoos on my body. When I get one, and I will get one, it's going to be him. That'll be the first one. So until I'm no longer a virgin of the tattoo. Then I, but okay, if I was gonna get a tattoo, I might get a peace sign. Yeah, I might get a peace sign.
I have a few tattoos. I would say I would probably add.
You do?
I would probably add a lotus flower. I've been thinking about.
I love
that
lotuses.
One. Yeah, because I'm into yoga and all that, and I love the symbolism of it. And I will say, the last con we were at, they had a tattoo artist there, and someone, a real nice lady, got Daniel's autograph tattooed on her leg right there. He signed it in Sharpie, and she went right over and got it permanently etched in. So that was pretty cool.
I've done it.
I think it's so cool. But I was
Talk
like, I
about
love that.
pressure. I was like, well, I better do a good signature because that's going to be on your leg. She goes, yeah, don't screw it up. I'm like, okay, I won't.
No worries.
I won't. And it was like right here, and there were some other tattoos. I was like, okay, here we go. Here's my signature. At first, I was like, that's my real signature. That's on this lady's leg now. What's going on? And then she sent a picture to Kim's manager, and she showed it to me, and it's my signature tattooed right by all the other stuff. I was like, well, okay, good for her.
Nice.
Yeah. And I don't have any tattoos. I almost got a tattoo a long time ago. I like Jim Croce was a singer.
My favorite. He's my favorite. My number one.
Jim
Yes,
Croce, yeah,
Jim Croce,
Rapid Roy, the stock car boy.
Come on.
He's too much to believe. Anyway, I don't want to sing the whole song. But he got a tattoo on his arm to say baby. He got another one to just say hey. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm going to get hey right here. Thankfully, I didn't, because later on I was like, that would have been a bad decision, just hey on
You
my
have
arm.
to explain, then you have to go through the
Then
song.
I have to explain it
and
every
then-
time because
yeah.
people are like, what song is that? And a lot of people are probably like, who's Jim Croce? And I'm like, oh, the tattoo, hey. He's the best. Yeah, he's the best.
Leroy Brown.
Yeah, that's a great song too.
No, he's great.
Well, this has been so much fun, and as promised, as long as we don't embarrass you too much, we should sing happy birthday.
I think we should.
For Boss's Day and your birthday. Yes, are we all going to warm up our voices? All right, on the count of 3, we're all going to sing happy birthday to Daniel. You guys ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. We love you so much. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
And
you,
happy
everybody.
Boss's Day.
Happy
Wonderful.
Boss's Day.
I think we have a-
Happy Boss's
Happy
Day.
Boss's Day. Are we going to take a group picture? Is that okay? Okay, if
Yeah.
it's okay with
Yeah.
y'all, we're going to have you guys come up towards the stage without getting on the stage, and we'll have you guys stand here, facing that
yes,
way.
yes.
And we're
Yes.
going to take a big
Hold
group
on.
picture.
Hi, what a good-looking group. We
very
not just have great fans, we have great-looking fans. Hi, oh my gosh. I am totally seeing double. How many minutes apart? 1. Oh, hi. How are you? Hello, beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Here, let's move my bag. Just toss it. I guess I don't need a mic anymore.
I don't know, unless you want to do a, we can do a quick set if you like, or however you guys feel comfortable. All right. I feel like we need to do something like spooky, right? Like, I don't know, what should we do? Ooh, ghosts and stuff. Did we? Oh, we got another one. Okay. This one's a personal picture, guys, so make sure this one's extra good. Extra creepy. Oh, one more? Oh, gosh, okay.
One more, no pressure. Just don't blink this time. Perfect.
Yeah, did we do it? One more time, everybody, for Judith